Namaste to all the students. I, JVN Dr. Ekta Rana, Assistant Professor of English in Faculty of Education and Methodology. I welcome you in the lecture of English language. Today's topic is past perfect continuous tense. Yes, past perfect continuous tense is used to express the action that started in the past and continued in the past for some time. It is also called past perfect progressive tense. The structure is like this: subject plus had plus been plus base form plus ing plus object plus time reference. Okay, the positive sentence will run like this: subject plus had plus been plus base form plus ing plus object plus time reference. Like, he had been playing football for 2 hours. Okay, they had been working in this office since last year. The child had been studying since morning. Then I had been playing my favorite game. She had been drafting the plan for a meeting for 2 hours. Okay? Then there are negative sentences. To make this negative sentences, we add not after the auxiliary verb, like subject plus had plus not plus been plus base form plus ing plus object plus time reference. Like, I had not been traveling. She had not been planting for 3 hours. He had not been reading his favorite book. The mechanic had not been fixing my bike since morning. Okay? Then comes question sentences. Okay. The auxiliary verb had come at the start of the sentence and question mark at the end. Like, had plus subject plus been plus base form plus ing plus object plus time reference plus question mark. Okay? Now, it would be like this. Had he been smoking since 2011? Had he been studying books since morning? Had she been planting for 2 hours? Had they been traveling for 2 days? After that comes question mark. Okay. Like, the plumber had been fixing the water tap for 2 hours. I had been traveling. I is the subject, had been auxiliary verb, traveling base form of verb plus ing. Okay, like I have discussed, subject plus had plus been plus verb, first form of verb plus ing plus object plus time reference. He had been traveling for 2 hours. Then subject plus -1 plus subject plus had plus been, sorry, subject plus had plus not plus been plus base form of verb plus ing plus object plus time reference. It would be like this. I had not been traveling for 2 hours. Then there is question form had plus subject plus been plus first form of verb plus ing plus object plus time reference. Had he been traveling for 2 hours? Here are some examples, like he had not been bathing in the rain since morning. I had been walking since morning. The child had been weeping bitterly for 1 hour. They had been playing chess since evening. Had he been living in this house for 2 months? Amu had been writing essay for 2 hours. She had not been sleeping. Yummy had not been playing football. He had been waiting for me for 2 hours. I had been traveling since 2014. Emphasize on duration of action or task that finished in past will go like this. I had been learning French for 2 years before I went to college. Then time expressions like since, for, lately, how long. He had been drafting a plan for 2 days before the meeting. Like here are some examples. I will read for you. Like he had been obeying the orders of his boss. I had been planning my holidays for 1 week. The mechanic had been fixing my bike since morning. John had been smoking for 5 years. The children had been watching the TV all day long. Rita had been driving the black car for 5 years. The child had been weeping bitterly for 1 hour. I had been learning English. The farmer had been planting since morning. I had been taking the dose of medicine for 2 days. I had been writing an interesting essay. He had not been bathing in the rain since morning. Here had not been, had been, had been, had not been. Okay, and plus verb and ing. These shows that it is past perfect continuous tense. Okay, thank you for watching.